Uh, in this slide you can see some economic models for resource trading in grid. Uh, Commodity market model, posted prices models, tendering model, auction model, shareholder model, partnership model, and and other type of economic models that are introduced for grid economics. Uh, a number of these models are introduced in the following slides. Okay, for example, a commodity market model. Okay, this is one common economic model for grid. In this model, the application send the required resources to resource broker. Yes, for example, solve this in 5 hours for $20. Okay, in this request, the resource specification align with users suggested cost. User suggested cost. For example, $20, and the user uh, wants to solve the application in at most 5 hours. Okay. Again, the resource specification along with the user's suggested cost will be sent to resource broker. On the right side, on the figure, you can see several grid service provider GSPs. Yes, grid service provider 1, grid service provider 2, and other grid service providers. Initially, GSPs send their profile to GMD, Grid Market Model, and request registration. For example, this message, register me as GSP, is sent from this grid service provider to GMD. In this request, GSP sends its resource specification to GMD. Okay, the GSP wants to introduce itself and its own resources to GMD. Based on the needs of the application, GRB, Grid Resource Broker, has sent a request to GMD to receive the list of GSPs that can meet these needs. Okay, again, the GRB has sent a request to GMD to receive a list of GSPs that can meet these needs, the application needs. Okay. GMD responds this request, and GRB select a number of GSPs and acts as price to run the application. Okay, the resource broker send some message to select a GSP and ask them about the price, about the access price. Okay, then it can get decision about the application based on the lowest price. One GSP is selected to run the application, and GSP start negotiation with GTS of selected GSP. Okay. This is one economic model. Okay. Another economic model is posted price model. in this model, the application sends the required resources to resource provider. Also, the user can specify some limitation. For example, solve this by next day for $5. This request sets a deadline for the job execution. Yes, set deadline. The deadline is next day for this application that client has requested. Okay. According to application requests, GRB has created a message that includes the resource required by the application and of course the restrictions that defined by the user. Okay. For example, in this request, any service provider 2 or T3E can offer free or lower than $2 per hours. This is for cost. And also this application